We may not have the most kids on our roster, but the kids that we have playing are all ready to run through a wall for this school and for this program, and they really believe in each other. So, you know, sometimes our program isn't for everybody. We accept anybody, but you just better be ready to lay it all out there for us and give us everything you got. And that goes in the weight room, that goes in the weights class, that goes in the summer, that goes into everything we do. We expect 100%. And you know, sometimes it's tough to give that much. Some people can't. And, you know, with socioeconomically, maybe they have to have a job or something. But, you know, we have kids on our team that have to go to work after practice. So I understand about all that stuff. But when you get out there with us for 2.5 hours, 3 hours a night, give me everything you got. And if you do that, you're going to play. And one of the things we pride ourselves in, and I really like Scott Mannering at Cass, and he always had seniors on the field. And if you stay with us, if you're with us for 4 years, we're going to find a place that you're going to get a chance to get out and help this program. And I always think that's very important for your team.
Speaking of being here for 4 years and, you know, having quite a bit of experience, Kyle Wade coming into this game, he's been your starter for 4 years. He's really, you know, almost broken like every quarterback record you guys have. What has he meant for the program?
Yeah, he's a big leader for us. We just hopped on his gorilla back last week and rode him all the way to this week. So he just wasn't going to let us lose. And he's a whale of a thrower. He sees the field well. He's a great punter for us this year. Comes in and plays some nickel back for us in passing situations. Probably would be a great DB or linebacker, but I just can't afford to play him on that side of the ball. But he does everything for us. Calls a ton of audibles at the line of scrimmage. The last thing we worked on when we came off the field, practice field tonight, was working on our check system at the line of scrimmage. He just sees everything so good. So, you know, we're ready to go, and he's going to lead us. And I'd rather stand behind nobody else than him. He's my general out there tomorrow night or tonight.
Speaking of experience and stuff, you come into sectionals being a 2-time champ, end up winning it, so now you're a 3-time defending champ of sectionals. How does that experience help you build into the postseason? You come in, you're playing 2 teams, the first 2 games of sectionals that beat you in the year, both by double digits, but you came out pretty much dominated both games, and then, you know, that led you into regionals where you fell behind, but because of that experience, that leadership, you were able to come back and pull through all the way here to semi-state.
You know, we really talked about that a lot to our kids the week we played Harrison. Is, you know, we have played 8 postseason games in the last 2 years, and they had played 2. So, you know, it was a big deal for us to tell our kids that we're used to being in these games, and don't get excited, relax, you're going to be okay, and give us a chance to pull it away in the second half, and we probably will, and we sure did. And then we went to McCutcheon and just kind of got on them and played a real good game, and proud of our effort on both sides of the football. And then last week, just for some reason came out and I mean, we were ready to play. It was just one of those things. They kind of got us early, and fortunately, it's what I tell everybody. Our defense played well enough that, I mean, we could have been down 35-0, and fortunately, we were only down 14-0 or 21-0. But 7 of those points was given up by our offense. So, but we were settled down, and our defense continued to be our rock and kept getting possessions back for us, and we just kept doing what we do, and then chipped away and took the lead in the fourth quarter and never looked back.
Well, there you have it. Getting ready for Michigan City facing Kokomo tonight in the semi-state championship. Coming up on Fast Play Sports.
Well, we welcome you to our telecast of this semi-state championship game, 5A here at Kokomo, as the Wildcats host Michigan City Wolves. The teams are coming onto the field, and we're going to take a quick break and play these commercials and be right back with the kickoff of this championship game here. You're watching the IHSAA Championship Network, sponsored by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance.
Around here, we know what it takes to earn it. To not be handed anything, but to forge your own metal. With blood, sweat, and a fire that burns so hot, it's
Oh, hi. I'm Ian Hoagland. I may be new to Solidarity, but their mobile banking suite puts all other credit unions to shame. With Solidarity Mobile Banking, I can check my account balance, transfer money, and pay my bills, all while using my smartphone. With their mobile suite, I can deposit my checks from anywhere, even in my underwear.
Welcome back to Fast Play Sports and the IHSAA Champions Network, proudly sponsored by the Indianapolis Colts. Michigan City did win the toss and deferred. They'll kick off to Kokomo with the wind at their back to start this 5A semi-state championship game. I'm Alan James along with Barry Denton. This is a packed house here at Walter Cross Stadium. Let me tell you, great crowd here in attendance from Michigan City.
Two fan buses here, so they've brought a ton of people here. Kokomo sidelines absolutely packed. This one will be a fun game.
Well, the wind is out of the southeast, and it's blowing right into the home side fan faces, and it's blown the ball off the tee twice here as we're trying to get this game underway. It'll be a couple of regulars back there to receive the kick. Luke Cameron is back there, as well as Brody Smith for Kokomo. And we'll get this kick from Riley Shravey from Michigan City, and he's going to go deep. Jack Perkins back there to watch the ball go through the end zone, and that'll be a touchback to start, as Kokomo will have a fairly decent spot to start this ball game. A very balanced defense for Michigan City when you really measure them up. I mean, there's so many people that make tackles on that team. I got some real studs on this defense. We'll be watching guys like number 4, Mason Kalitha. We'll be watching Chase Triplett, number 8. These guys get to the ball quick. It's senior quarterback Kyle Wade to hand off on the play. First off, Jack Perkins does not get back to the line of scrimmage. Good defensive attack on that first play of the game. And another stud of that defense for Michigan City, Lyric McFerrin, on the tackle. It'll be 2nd and 11. Ball is on the 19-yard line. Here's your replay, folks. You can see that pursuit for Michigan City get out there. I'd like to give more credit to that stud number 4, Mason Kalitha for Michigan City. Now we're up the middle. That's Jack Perkins with the ball. He'll cross the original line of scrimmage, and not much going. This is a fired-up Michigan City defense to start this game.
Yeah, coming in, they have really some playmakers on the defensive side of the ball. They have a couple guys that are, seeing some D1 opportunities possibly. But, from the Kokomo side of things here, we've seen 2 runs so far, and, I expect Kokomo to kind of continue that. They like to dominate the clock and time of possession, and it's going to be very different on the Michigan City side.
3rd down and 8 yards to go. This time Wade rolls out. He'll get Herlock out there in the flat. He'll get the first down and more. Great play, no penalty. Seen a penalty flag fly, I think. Did I see a penalty flag fly on the sideline, or this thing going to go? I think the Kokomo team was bunched up on the end line, and they're actually going to call that. It's still going to give them a first down, and it might just be a warning to the bench at this point. No penalty, but a warning to the bench to get off the field. Those guys are excited on that Wildcat sideline with that play.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, that's part of what Kokomo can do. They're balanced. They'll pass the ball a little bit. Coming in, Kyle Wade in his fourth season at quarterback here. He's a 4-year starter. So he's an experienced guy, and, you know, he's really been through it all for Kokomo.
First down in the 47. Wade's going to keep it. Looks like he'll cross the 50-yard line and into Wolves territory. Good play selection. A couple of timid runs to start that first series, and then the big pass play, and Kokomo is now into Michigan City territory. This is the first possession of the game with 9:56 to go here in the first quarter. Kokomo trying to give Michigan City a test on their first possession. Here comes Wade. Under center, handed off to Perkins. Cuts inside, looks good, across the 45. And looks like they're going to mark that ball at the 43-yard line. And that should be enough to move the chains, and they're moving. So this drive continues for Kokomo as they get another